Can President Prabowo work with the incoming US administration? And what are going to be the challenges associated with that?
Thank you very much for having me. I think Trump and Prabowo, they're quite common. They are strong men, and the fact that they made a personal call to each other, I think it signals that both of them are comfortable with each other. But I think the main issue will be in terms of trade, because I think Indonesia have a bit of trade surplus with the Americans, and whether Trump will consider that as an issue. Of course, the other major problem is that of the South China Sea. China is claiming parts of the South China Sea. Trump is actually interested to contain China. And it will be quite interesting to see how this will play out in terms of Indonesia relations with China and Indonesia relations with the US. So I think we will be in an interesting time, actually.
Mr. Yaacob, this is JP Ong. When you look at the recent visits, actually, and this visit coming off of China, as we know, Prabowo Subianto did walk away with about $10 billion in investment pledges from China, and perhaps looking at the U.S. and saying, hey, please do the same as well. How important are these investment deals on the back of these political or these official state visits in terms of maintaining relations? Because it seems that these investment deals become more important or crucial to where certain countries like Indonesia actually lean towards, either China or the United States, especially given China's committed, it seems, a more firm figure of about $10 billion.
Yes, that is a very good point, actually, because look, every single government in Southeast Asia, number one priority is regime survival. And if you look at Prabowo, he has a few domestic agenda. We look at the defense budget. He's going to increase or expand the defense capabilities of the Indonesian armed forces. There is the Bansos or freelance project, infrastructural development, and of course the new capital. All these are big money, a big budget expenditure that he has to consider. Where does the money come from? So he has to find a good trading partner or investment partner willing to invest in Indonesia, willing to provide jobs to Indonesians. So if the Chinese work faster than the Americans, I think the Chinese will gain a bit more influence. I'll give you an example. We look at the nickel industry. Jokowi is quite open to have investment from all parties, but so far it is the Chinese that have moved in very fast, and within a year of discussions, the Chinese have moved in and set up factories. So put it this way, I think the Chinese investment is a key player in the Indonesian nickel industry. The Chinese have actually helped Indonesia to move downstream. Indonesia has successfully grown its nickel export from $6 billion in 2013 to about $30 billion in 2022. And so that's why China actually is a critical economic partner for Indonesia. I think the Americans are a bit slow in that aspect. So one Indonesian official shared with me the conversation with Western partners or even with the Americans. There's a lot of talks about environmental issues, labor rights, and some of the talks actually extended to a few years, but nothing happened on the ground. And I think that's why Indonesians are going to work closely more with China, because China moved fast.